Hi, this is Delicious. Today we have a special ration which is a kind of monster, and this will be a green monster from Russia. This is the Special Forces so-called mountain ration, and this is a calorie monster because it contains, this is menu 1 and it contains 5,118 calories. So it is one of the most calorie packed rations you can find on the market. And this is menu number 1, as I said, and this is best before April 2018, so still in date. I'm very happy to review this. As you can see, the box was opened, but it was a curious customs officer who had to check what's inside. Let's get inside. It's absolutely impossible to present the whole ration in one picture for you, because this is the biggest ration except the Australian CR1M which I've ever had. So these are the let's say side dishes. We have two kinds of pate. This one is made probably from baked meat. We have this is sausage meat, literally translating, and so this is a kind of minced meat. We have processed cheese. We have a big pack of this apple powidło, apple butter, and we have here kind of chocolate nuts cream. Now the main dishes. This is potato goulash or potato stew with beef. This is buckwheat groats with beef. So these are meals ready to eat. And here we have wheat groats with meat. This is also beef, but this is freeze-dried dish. And here we have an instant soup with pearl barley and meat. Something sweet. So this is rice porridge with dried grapes, I guess, and famous galiety. These biscuits, and we have 5 packs of them. These are the sweets and drink. 2 packs of tea, 1 pack of coffee, and 3 packs of cherry drink. We have also a fruit bar which is mixed fruits. Actually I don't know these words, but I will check what's inside. 5 bars of chocolate and only 3 packs of sugar, which is something surprising for me. Salt and pepper. And now the accessory part. We have 3 double moist towelettes. One is for cleaning your dish, one is for cleaning your hands. We have this famous opening device for soft cans, 3 spoons, 4 water purification tablets, a portable stove together with windproof matches, plain just napkins, and for the first time I will use the flameless ration heater. And this is interesting because we have 1 bag and 2 pads. One is here, one is inside, so this bag is reusable. Because we have a lot of food here, I will not split it into 3 meals or 4 meals, because I don't know how to do this. I will just review parts of these items, so starting with side dishes, then sweets and main dishes and so on. So let's have the savory part of this side dishes. We have 2 kinds of pate, which are actually the same content. This is beef and beef brain and pork fat. These are main components. In this we have also baked meat, as I told you, and in this minced sausage, we have mixed pork and beef, and this is processed cheese. So let's try all of them. So this is like the previous version of this galiety. It's very neutral, no salt, no sweet, so just like dried bread. Here we have this processed cheese. This is the sausage meat, and here we have this meat pate and baked meat pate. Maybe I will start with this cheese. As you can see, down In this can we have kind of oil, just a bit strange, but it's time to taste. It's a quite decent cheese. So this processed cheese can be bland, but this one is very good. So it has a, for me, slightly cheddar taste. I like it very much. So now let's start with this sausage meat. It's for sausage, it's really not that pink as I expected. So it is like something like beige and grey. It tastes like a sausage, just pleasant taste of sausage with one maybe remark that you can taste the beef. So I'm rather used to pork sausages, but here you can taste the beef component. Now this meat pate, it's quite soft. You can spread it on the cracker. It has a nice mild taste, meaty taste. So this pate contains, as I told you, beef meat, beef brains, pork fat, onion, water, salt, of course, pepper, and nutmeg, cloves, and so on. So we don't have liver here, and you can taste it that it doesn't have this bitterness from liver. So now it's time for the pate with baked meat. Let's check the consistency. Yes, it's also soft. It's very similar to this pate, but in my opinion it has a bit more bitterness. But these are mild, decent pates. Maybe not the best I've ever had, but really quite decent. It's time to taste the first main. This is potato stew, or meat stew with potatoes, and here we have this flameless ration heater. This is similar to any other ration heaters, but it requires 100 milliliters of water, so a bit more, and the time is between 15 and 20 minutes. And the heating pad, as you can see, is quite big. And the heater bag is huge. This is something like 30 centimeters or 12-inch long, like A4 sheet. So I'm very curious how it will be working. And we have this stew. We have here potatoes, beef, and we have also beef fat. We have tomato paste, some vegetables, bay leaves, and other components, but I cannot see any preservatives. This is 250 grams, and the best before date is longer than the ration, just 1 year longer, so it is also like in other rations. So let's make it. The flameless ration heater started to work after 3 minutes. A bit of steam came here, but it's not boiling, but it is very hot, and there is no smell, so very neutral, very nice. So we have the beef stew with potatoes. I will clean my hands with this moist towelette. This is not made of paper, this is kind of you can see elastic fibers or whatever. No smell. Let's taste it. A lot of potatoes, one chunk of meat, some gravy. Decent dish. The potatoes are tender, the gravy is a little bit tomato, and now let's taste with this meat, with this beef. That's also tasty and tender. I will give a bit of this black pepper because it is salty enough. Yeah, it's a bit better, but anyway, this is a just normal dish. Very decent. The freeze-dried dishes need 15 minutes of waiting and a bit of hot water. Here we have 150 milliliters of water, and here is the double, so over 300 milliliters. The content of both these dishes is very similar, except in the soup we have a lot more of vegetables. I'm very curious how does it taste, because I had previously one ration, freeze-dried ration. You can see this in the link here, and actually this ration was not very good, so not very tasty. I'm very curious about this, and I will use this towelette to clean my spoon. It looks exactly like the towelette for hands, for cleaning your hands. No smell. Let's taste the soup. A lot of barley. The smell of the soup is a smell of dried vegetables, and the taste actually is also like dried vegetables, maybe a little bit meaty, but you cannot see a lot of this meat here. But this is a hearty soup, not as especially tasty, but quite decent as for freeze-dried soup. Now this wheat kasha with beef, this is very thick, as you can see. This dish is actually super bland. It tastes just like kasha, a bit of saltiness and something, you know, you can glue yourself with this sticky kasha. If you are hungry, it is absolutely enough, but in terms of taste, it's just very bland, nothing special. Now this tea, this is an Indian tea, granulated tea, and I suppose this should be very strong. Well, it's not that strong as I thought, but you can taste the tea, and this is most important. Thanks for watching part 1, and see you in the next part of this huge calorie monster ration.